Good morning, doctor. My name is Dewi A. Mature number 30643. I'm the leader of Group 4. The presentation topic for today is the advantage and benefit of activity-based costing. Here is our group members. In this presentation, we will discuss some advantage and benefit of ABC, and we will prove our point using the journal
Good
article.
morning, doctor. My name is Hui Ching. My metric number is 304674. Today, I will present about the benefit and advantage of ABC. One of the benefit and advantage of ABC is better decision making. As we all know, the main advantage of ABC lies in its ability to provide accurate cost information, unlike the traditional costing method that uses single cost drivers, such as the labor hours. ABC uses the multiple cost driver based on the real activity. This means that costs are allocated more precisely, reflecting the actual resource consumed. As a result, managers can better understand the true cost structures of their product and service. This accurately directly improves decision making. With ABC, manager can make more informed decisions regarding price, product selections, and cost control. Instead of relying on estimate or distorted data, they are able to base decisions on realistic cost information, which reduces the risk of making incorrect business decisions. ABC improved the decision making in three important ways. First, accurate product costing, better price decisions, and identifies of non-value add activities. First, ABC help manager determine the true profitability for each product by assigning cost more precisely. Second, it ensures that pricing decisions are based on the actual cost rather than the estimate and assumes exceptions. And the third, ABC highlight waste and inefficiencies, allowing company to reduce the unnecessary costs and improve the operating efficiencies. So this advantage is supported by the research in the Malaysia's content. A study by Abdul Majid and Sulaiman in 2008 find that company implementers ABC experience improvement in cost accurate and the decision-making quality. The study showed that ABC help manager make the better strategy decisions, especially in the competitive business environment. So this study also highlighted a key issue with the traditional costing, which is the cost destructions. Traditional system waste more over cost simple productions and under cost complex product, leading to wrong price and poor decisions. ABC solved the problem by assigning cost based on the actual activities, allowing manager to identify which product are truly profitable and which are not. This leads to the better resource allocations and strong business strategies. So another study by Ismail and King 2007 on Malaysian manufacturing firms found that ABC adoption leads to better cost control, improved performance evaluations, and more effectively decision-making process. The study explained that when companies use ABC, managers are able to track costs more accurately to specific activity, which improve moderating and control over expenses. This allowed management to identify areas of inefficiency and take corrective actions, lead to better operational and financial decisions. In addition, a more recent study by Amit and Ahmad 2025 focused on Malaysia's private university found that ABC provide detailed cost insight that enhance the resource allocation decisions. This study highlighted that ABC help organizations understand how to resources are actually used across different activities, allowing managers to allocate budget more effectively and avoid wastage. Both studies show that ABC not only improve cost accurately, but also support the strategy decision making, such as planning, budgeting, and performance evaluations. This means ABC is not just a costing tool, but management tools that support better long-term decision making and organizations' performance. For example, a manufacturing company producing two products, which is product A, simple product, product B, complex product. Traditional costing may allocate overhead equally, make product A seems expensive. But ABC reviews product B consumer more activities, means that they will have higher costs. Well, for product A is actually more profitable. With these insights, management can adjusting price focus on profitable product and improve the overall performance. In short, the key benefit of ABC is ability to enhance decision making through the accurate and reliable cost information. Supported by Malaysian studies, ABC able organizations to make better financial and strategy decisions, leading to improve the business performance. That's all for me. Thank
Good
you.
morning, Doctor. My name is Jijing Ting and my metric number is 305358. Today, I will discuss one important advantage of ABC, which is providing more accurate cost information. ABC allocate overhead costs based on the actual activity involved in producing product or providing service. Different products consume resources differently, so ABC use multiple cost drivers such as machine setup, inspection, customer order, and material handling to allocate costs more accurately. This helps company to identify the true cost of each product or service. ABC also reduce cost distortions where some product may be overcosted while others are undercosted under traditional costing system. As a result, manager can make better decisions regarding pricing, budgeting, profitability analysis, cost control, and strategic planning. Now, let me give the example. A furniture manufacturing company produces standard office chair and custom-made luxury sofa. The luxury sofa require more inspections, machine setup, customer support, and design activity compared to standard office chair. Under traditional costing system, overhead costs are allocated based only on labor hour. This method ignores the additional activity used by the luxury sofa. As a result, product A may become overcost while the product B may become undercosted, causing inaccurate cost information. However, under ABC, costs are allocated according to the actual activity consumed by each product. Therefore, the luxury sofa receive a higher overhead allocations because it uses more resources and activity. This allows the company to determine the true product cost, set more appropriate selling price, identify the more profitable products, and improve cost control and resources management. For the first Malaysian journal article is titled Development of ABC in Fabrication Company. The article studied the implementation of ABC in a Malaysian manufacturing company. The researcher explained that traditional costing system may not accurately allocate overhead costs, especially in company with complex manufacturing activity. The study found that ABC is a better and more accurate cost method because it allocates overhead costs based on the actual activity and the cost driven. This allows the company to identify the true cost of product more effectively. As a result, manager can improve pricing decisions, cost control, and profitability analysis through more accurate cost information. The second Malaysian journal article is titled Application of ABC for Palm Oil Plantation. This study focused on the Malaysian palm oil industry, which has complex and long-term production activity. The article explained that traditional costing systems are less suitable because overhead costs are allocated mainly based on the production volume. The researcher states that ABC provide more accurate overhead allocation because costs are assigned according to actual activity and the resources uses. This helps company to obtain a clear understanding of actual production costs, profitability, and the operational efficiency. Therefore, ABC improve cost management and help palm oil company make better financial and operational decisions. The next mentioned article is entitled The Implementations of ABC in the Accountant General Department of Malaysia, which is part of the public sector. Unlike the manufacturing or private companies, this study shows how ABC can also be applied in government organizations to improve financial management. The findings show that APC improves cost transparency by providing a clearer picture of how resources are used in different activities. It helps the management identify high cost and inefficient processing within the government operation. As a result, ABC support better accountability and efficiency in public spending. It also improves decision making in allocating public resources more effectively. In conclusion, one of the advantage ABC is that it provides more accurate cost information than traditional costing system. ABC reduces cost distorted distortions by allocating overhead costs based on the actual activities and resources consumptions. These three Malaysians journal article clearly demonstrate that ABC improve costing accuracy, operational efficiency, profitability analysis, and managerial decision making in Malaysian company and industry. That's all for me. Thank you.
So my name is Tamim Masara binti Muhammad Usani. My metric number is 300289. Now I will explain other benefits of ABC, which is improved cost control. So traditional costing systems often dump all indirect costs into a single general overhead pool and allocate them based on arbitrary and volume-based drivers such as direct labor hour and or machine hours. So ABC traces costs directly to the specific activities that consume resources and then assigns those activities cost to product, services or customer based on cost drivers. So, how ABC improve cost control? So, ABC enables activity-based management, where they allow managers to cost control at the root level, such as visibility of non-value added activities, accurate structural optimization, and effective cost driver management. So visibility of non-value added activities, where managers can differentiate between value added activities, which are for those the customer is willing to pay for, and non-value added activities such as excessive material handling, setup delays, or redundant inspections. Once identified, non-value added activities can be systemically streamlined or eliminated. So next, accurate structural optimization. Instead of issuing arbitrary company-wide cost-cutting mandates, whereby every department, instead of issuing arbitrarily company-wide cost-cutting mandates, whereby every department must cut expenses by 10%, and managers can selectively optimize specific high-cost activities without undermining core product quality or operational delivery. And next, effective cost driver management. So, by monitoring operational cost drivers such as the number of setups, purchase orders, or quality checks, management can actively forecast and curb expenses by controlling the frequency of those triggers. For example, eliminating production setups in manufacturing. So, a manufacturing company produce two types of goods, which is high volume standards units and low volume customized batches. So, under traditional costing assigns setup costs based on machine hours, making the high volume product appear artificially expensive, whereby under um, ABC reveals that setting up the machines for small and custom batches consume a massive portion of engineering and labor hours. So, um, what cost control action was um, they guided by this activity insight, where management implements a single minute exchange of die (SMED) program to reduce setup times and rearrange the production schedule to minimize changeovers, driving down total to rearrange the production schedules to minimize changeovers and driving down total operational overhead. Here are three Malaysian journals that have benefited from ABC, which improves cost control. So the first journal, that titled Activity-Based Costing Adoption Among Manufacturing Organisation, the Case of Malaysia. So this this study evaluates how Malaysian manufacturing firms leverage ABC to overcome the limitation of traditional overhead allocation. So, the study found that it emphasized that firms adopting ABC achieve far superior cost control because the system maps out a clear cause and effect relationship between complex manufacturing environments and actual resource consumption, giving managers actionable data to eliminate to eliminate operational waste. So the second journal was titled Effect of Top Management Support on the Adoption of Activity-Based Costing in Malaysia Public University. So the study focuses on examining the adoption of APC within Malaysia public higher education institutions, where this paper explores cost management in institutional structures facing tight budget frameworks. So the study found that APC provides deep visibility into the institutional cost structure by identifying the precise operational cost drivers of academic programs and research initiatives, directly enabling effective financial governance, resource optimization, and strict public cost control. And as for the last journal, which titled Implementation of Activity-Based Costing in Malaysia, a case study of two companies. So the core finding was using a comparative case study framework of a Malaysian-based multinational corporation and a large local service organization, which is telecommunications. So this research highlights that ABC acts as a vital tool for performance improvement, where the author documents that tracking explicit operational activities directly results in process improvement, more efficient resource utilization, and highly targeted cost reductions across both the manufacturing and service divisions.
Next, I will explain another advantage of activity-based costing, which is flexibility and adaptability. ABC is considered flexible because it can adjust easily when a company changes its operation, product, or service. Unlike the traditional costing method that use only one allocation base, ABC use multiple cost drivers, allowing the business to adapt the system according to different activity and station. For example, if a company introduces a new product, the ABC can identify the new activity involved and calculate the related cost more precisely. This helps managers understand where resources are being used and better decisions will be made. In addition, ABC is able to many industries such as manufacturing, retail, and the service business. It also helps the company improve the budgeting, pricing, and resource allocation. Therefore, the flexibility and adaptability of ABC allow the business to respond more effectively to change in the market and improve their overall cost management. Now I move on and look at a study by Sheikh R. Dubaibi, the title Implementation of Activity-Based Costing in the Telecommunications Sector. This research examines how a Malaysian telecommunication firm adopt and use the ABC within a highly complex service environment. The finding highlight three key areas of ABC flexibility and adaptability. First, adaptation to service sector. The studies show that ABC is flexible enough to move beyond the traditional factory and successfully track costs for abstract telecom service and network activity. Second, flexible scope of implementation. It proves the system can scale down when resources are limited. Instead of a rigid company-wide roll-up, the management adapts by deploying an ABC only in a selected unit and cost center. Third, purpose realignment. It demonstrates organization flexibility. Measures shift the ABC away from rigid budget cut with initial cost to employment resistance and successfully turned into a flexible tool for comparing the performance and teaching a cost awareness. In conclusion, this result remind us that ABC survive in a specialized industry depend entirely on a firm willingness to remain flexible and adapt the system's scope and purpose. Now we look at the second study from Fiayani and Liza Afiona, titled Activity-Based Costing in Determining the Competitive Pricing Strategy. Their study focused on analyze how firms utilize the ABC to establish a rational competitive pricing strategy across the company production and the service environment. The finding on ABC facility and adaptivity. The first is the operational flexibility. The study proves that the ABC has the operational flexibility to transition smoothly from traditional factory into the complex service environment like hospital. Second, flexible competitive pricing. The study showed that the cost allocation flexibility allowed the firm to discard the rigid pricing model and adapting the final market price to reflect the real operational activity and the real consumer value. Third, strategic adaptation under the uncertainty. By exploiting the hidden cost imbalance, The manager can flexible prior their pricing model to protect their profit margin when the market shifts. In conclusion, this issue remind us that the ABC power as a competitive pricing tool in the complex service environment depends entirely on the firm willingness to remain flexible and adapt its cost allocation to shifting the market reality. Now let me look at the last study about the flexibility and adaptability, which is for Soria Kasusianu, Gary Cooking, and Christian Mariam Bambu, titled The Importance of Activity-Based Costing Method in Romania Business Environment Change. This study analyzed the assumption and benefit and the overall possibility of adapting and organizing the ABC method between a Romanian enterprise, experience strategy, and the technological shift. There are three main findings on ABC flexibility and adaptability in this study. The first is the strategy and allocation flexibility. This study proves that ABC acts as a highly flexible cost assignment technique by allowing the management to dynamically share the resources spent across the different strategy segments of customer, manufacturer product, and executive service. The second finding is the structural regulator adaptability. This study demonstrates versatility by adapting to and integrating directly to the localized legal framework like the Romania General Activity Plan. The last finding is can handle the fast market change. The ABs can work well with the automated factory system (CIM), and this can help the company to manage their costs and cut the waste when making a smaller batch of fast change product. In conclude, this paper proves that ABC is not just a rigid accounting method; instead, it serves as a highly flexible and adaptive framework for modern changing economy.
Hello everyone, my name is Nulaila Sakina Najwa binti Muhammad Azrai and my metric number is 306706. Today I would like to present to you guys about crucial benefit of activity-based costing. Which mean my part is how it directly leads to increased profitability for a business. To put it simply, increased profitability means earning more profit by reducing unnecessary costs and making better business decisions. This is where ABC becomes a game changer. Under traditional costing systems, companies often allocate overhead costs inaccurately, usually by blindly spreading them across product based on direct labor, hours, or machine hours. ABC, however, assign costs based on the actual activities that consume resource by but and consume resource. By moving away from broad average, ABC provides managers with precise, accurate cost information, which serves as the ultimate foundation for increasing profits. The first pillar of increasing profitability through ABC is accurate product costing. Traditional accounting treats overhead like a hidden blanket expense. ABC pulls back that blanket by tracing costs directly to specific, tangible operational activities such as machine setups, quality inspections, and material handling. Because we trace the money to the actual activities, company can finally determine the true cost of producing each individual product. Why does this matter for profitability? Because accurate costing prevents the dangerous traps of underpricing or overpricing your goods. If you underprice a product, you bleed cash without you realizing it. If you overprice it, you lose your customer and competitors. But if you use ABC, your product can be priced appropriately in the market, ensuring that the company earns a fair, optimized profit from every single unit sold. The second pillar of ABC's is ability to identify profitable and unprofitable products. In any multi-product business, not all products are created equal. Some items are complex and consume a massive amount of hidden resource and activities, while others are simple and highly efficient. Traditional costing hides this reality. ABC, however, acts as a financial X-ray, which revealing exactly which products have high operational costs but deliver low financial returns. Once management has this visibility, they can stop wasting time and money. They can strategically focus their marketing and sales efforts on the products that contribute the highest profit margin. The direct benefit to the bottom line is twofold. First, valuable company resources are reallocated strictly to highly profitable products. Second, products that are revealed to be unprofitable can either be operationally improved to cut costs or completely discontinued to stop the financial impact. To bring this all together, let me share a practical example of ABC in action. Imagine a manufacturing company that implements ABC and discovers that frequent uncoordinated machine setups are drastically driving up production costs. Under a traditional system, this cost would be buried in general overhead. But thanks to ABC, management sees the problem clearly. To fix it, they optimize their production scheduling, thereby reducing unnecessary setups. The result, production costs immediately drop and company profits immediately go up, which is increased. In conclusion, activity-based costing is not just a method for accountants. It is also powerful for strategic tool. By giving managers accurate cost data, it allows them to eliminate waste, price effectively, and maximize the company's ultimate profitability. To understand this, we don't have to look far. A recent study published by University Kebangsaan Malaysia in the Asian Journal of Accounting and Governance by Sedon and College investigated the impact of ABC within Malaysian organizations. What they discovered is critical. Traditional accounting often relies on generic guesswork to distribute overhead costs. This creates a massive blind spot called cross-subsidization, which is when your highly profitability services are secretly used to cover up the losses of wasteful, underperforming activities. According to this Malaysian research, implementing ABC completely eliminates this issue by tracking operational activities to their exact resource consumptions. Management can clearly see when which activities are generally adding value and which ones are just draining cash. When you can pinpoint and eliminate that operational waste, your profit margins instantly improve. To back this up on an international level, let's look at a study by Wai Yuni and her research team published in journal Asset. They conducted a deep dive empirical analysis on how shifting to ABC directly impacts a company's bottom line. Their finding was shocking. Traditional costing system frequently suffer from undercosting errors by up to 35.56%. Think about what that means for a businesses. If your costing data is wrong by over 35%, you are pricing your services way too low, selling them at a hidden loss and aggressively destroying your own profit. By adopting the activity-based costing method, organizations were able to fix this massive undercosting distortions. It gave management the accurate data they needed to establish strategic, rational pricing structures. Ultimately, the international evidence proved that ABC acts as a financial shift. It plugs hidden cost leaks, stabilize profitability, give company a massive competitive edge in the market.